Hey projectors, welcome back to Project Finance, and today's video we're going to go over week 21 of the Dividend Challenge. If you guys need the series, the Dividend Challenge are invest $200 every week, no matter how good or bad the market is, with the goal of reaching 20,000 by the end of the year. And if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Dennis, and my main focus of this channel is to help people with their personal finances, specifically targeting millennials and people younger than that. So if you guys are in that category, be sure to subscribe for more content and ring the notification bell. And with that being said, we'll just get right into it. We just start with a news segment, but not much news happened last week, except for not really stock news, but it is kind of big news in terms of the United States. One of the justices of the Supreme Court just passed away this past weekend, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's one of the few females that are on the panel, and she had a really big movement for female rights and stuff like that. She passed away due to cancer, so hopefully she's in a better place now. And actually, there's one more news I want to talk about, which was Battery Day tomorrow. So today is actually the 21st. It takes me a couple days to upload it, so this might be a little late. But battery day for Tesla is tomorrow, the 22nd. And actually, like a couple hours ago, during the late hours when the market closed everything, Elon Musk tweeted something out about the battery not being there until 2022. So a lot of people were getting really hyped about something might big happen tomorrow, and like it's gonna blow up the Tesla, and that's why Tesla's been kind of climbing up. But after hours, it just dipped right now after he sent the tweet out. So let me show you guys that real quick. So you look over the past month, you can kind of see Tesla raising over the past couple of days towards the 22nd. And you look at today, it just dipped after hours around 5 o'clock. He sent that tweet out. It dipped down to like 4:20. He announced that the battery isn't gonna be done until 2022. So that's a big downer. So he said this on Twitter. Important note about Tesla battery unveil tomorrow. This affects long-term production, especially semi, Cybertruck, roadsters, but what we announced will not reach serious high volume production until 2022. So he pretty much said that the battery that he said that's going to happen battery day isn't going to happen until 2022. So it's pretty much he was hyping the stock up, unveiling something that's not going to come out till way later. 2022 is more than a year away from now, and for it not to reach high volume of the production, it means that they're not going to be able to sell as many cars, meaning that the sales for the Tesla is going to go down. And also a big thing was that Tesla didn't make it into S&P 500. I think I said in my other video that it did, but I was wrong about that. It did not make the S&P 500. The cabinet did not vote them in. So that's why you can kind of see why the stocks dipped or after the split. It's because it didn't get into the S&P. The cabinet just, I guess, doesn't really like Tesla. I think because it's just too volatile, maybe. I don't know. He made another reply to his own tweet saying, "We intended to increase, not reduce battery cell purchases from Panasonic, LG, and Cattle, possibly other partners too. However, even with our cell suppliers going at maximum speed, we will foresee significant shortages in 2022 and beyond unless we take actions ourselves." So I believe he's making a factory, like the biggest factory ever. I'm not sure where it was. I think it might be somewhere in the desert. I'm guessing that factory is going to make batteries as well as the cars. So that's what he means by taking actions ourselves. So even with all the people he has right now that he's working with, it's still going to be shortages. So him following this up on saying that there won't be high volume and there'll be a shortage made the stock go down. It's not very appealing to people that think they're going to get it, the return right away. So I mean, in the long term, I think Tesla's going to be good. But you know, a year from now or 2 years from now, you don't know how technology is going to be, especially with electric vehicles. A lot of people are getting to that field right now, like Google, they're getting their own car too, or like the technology too, especially because they're Google Maps, they're like insane, like they're number one in maps right now next to like Apple Maps. So they have like everything mapped out already. So I think they're gonna be one of the competitors to Tesla. So like a year or two from now, you don't know what's gonna happen with electric vehicles. Tesla might not be the best anymore. I think it'll still be up there just because they're so ahead of everyone and everyone just kind of play catch up. But him not having the supplies to do it is kind of hindering him to jump to the next level where everyone has this time to like start catching up to him now, and the technology won't be too different from each other. Like for example, if Toyota made something that's similar to the Tesla, but maybe Tesla's a little bit better, but it costs $10,000 more, the price doesn't offset the technology. I think a lot of people are turned off by the battery not coming out until 2022, which is too far out right now. And a lot of like the investors nowadays, just like a lot of Robinhood people, there are a lot of like short-term gains, I guess. They just want to make money real quick and leave with the gains. It's not really long-term as it was prior to COVID, just because a lot of these new people that their money isn't as liquid as a lot of these long-term investors are. I think a lot of people that are investing right now is because they have nothing else to do with the money, and they're just investing it into stuff. And then when life returns back to normal, they're gonna need that money back to start like paying off bills or whatever, or live however their lifestyle usually is. So I do think there's a lot more users now due to the whole quarantine than there was before. And I think when everything goes back to normal, the amount of users will go down and a lot of the short-term gains and like a lot of fluctuations will kind of stabilize more now, just because there aren't that many short-term investors anymore. But I mean, Robinhood did introduce these people to this application that, hey, you can invest so easily. Some people still might stay on, but I think for the majority of people that lost a lot of money, they're probably gonna be done. I'm done for my whole lifetime, never gonna invest again, kind of deal. So with that being said, we'll just jump to M1 Finance. I don't think there's any other big news that happened. We'll just go through my stocks, and maybe some other news happened in the stocks. We'll talk about that. So M1 Finance still having the refer a friend, get $20. So if you guys are interested in using M1 Finance, it's one of my favorite platforms. My link's down below. You guys don't lose anything. We both gained money from this. Before I think it's $10 per person, now it's $20. M1 Finance is one of my favorite platforms for long-term investments. If you guys are looking for something short-term, I also have my Robinhood account down below. If you guys want to use Robinhood, pretty sure you already have a Robinhood account if you're watching this channel. But if you guys don't, Robinhood's down below too. But yeah, this is for more long-term and Roth IRA purposes. So if you guys are interested, please use my link down below and we will benefit from it. So with that, we'll log in. So last week we're at week 20 at 15,889. So this week we should be at 16, hopefully more if possible, but at minimum 16. I think the market overall has been pretty stable lately. I guess the market's kind of stabilizing or settling down from the huge gains. But let's see what happened here. So let's hope for at least 16. And we're at 15,952. So we lost $50 over the last week, I believe. So we go over the total value here, and we'll go over the week. So the current value is $15,952.72. Total gain of $1,760.50. Total return of 15.15%. So mathematically, I think I'm down 130. Let me see real quick. 952 minus 15,889 plus minus 200. Yeah, I'm down 137 for the past week. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We'll see what happened here. So the first pie is aggressive ETF pie, where total value is $7,874.13. Total gain 680.34. Total return of 11.84%. I think that one lowered. Let's see in here. Yeah, they dropped below 15%. I believe VOO was at 15% last week. The highest being emerging markets at 22.21%, and second highest being developed markets at 15.38%. VB was the second highest last week, I believe, and now it's at 11.83%, lower than VOO. You see over the week here. Yeah, everything was red for this pie. REIT is down 5.4%. REIT is only up 1.79% now. It used to be like 18%. Now it's like at 1.79. That's crazy. I think real estate's kind of slowing down now compared to what it was like 3 months ago, where everyone's buying a house just due to interest rates being so low. People just want to buy a house right away. And I think it's kind of stabilizing now. I don't think interest rates can get any lower than this. It's like the lowest it can go. It's like a 2.375 now. Let me check. One website I like using is owning.com, and they're at a 30-year fix is at 2.25%. You mark it as your last refi. That's crazy for anything up to 510. Above 510, which becomes like a mega loan, what they call it. It's at 2.5, which is actually better than mine. My current interest rate is at 2.75, and my house is worth less than 510. So I'm under this one. So yeah, if I refinance right now, I'll save 0.5%, which is a lot. I'm not sure if this is with closing costs though, because I remember the one before when I was doing it, it was 2.75 with no closing costs. They said no closing costs down here. Actually, when I first did it, like first started looking around, it was at 3.25 with no closing cost. And when I was doing it, it came 2.75 with no closing cost. And now it's 2.25 with I'm not sure if closing costs or not, but it's like your last refi. I don't think it'll get any lower than this, 2.25. So maybe that's why real estate's going down, or like kind of settling off. People are just done buying houses, I guess. Yeah. So let's go to the next pie here. So next pie is dividend hunting pie. It's actually below my work from home pie. Usually this dividend hunting pie is above it, but we'll just go in the order that I always gone. So my dividend hunting pie is at $3,932.50, up $598.06, up 21.08%. Let's go inside. And everything's above 20. So the highest being BlackRock at 22.95%. Let's go over the week here. I think it's all, actually went down over the past week. So last week's actually higher than this week, but everything's above 20%. So I can't really complain there. Let's go to the next pie. So last pie is work from home pie, where a total value of $4,146.09, up $379.41, up 10.48%. The work from home pie is about $200 above dividend hunting pie. It's interesting. Wonder what happened last week. Zoom's up 81.79%, up $444.64. I think it's up another 20% from last week. Let me see here. Yeah, 16%. Zoom just killing it, dude. Chegg went up 3.12%, $21.66. So that's great. That's finally like kind of recuperating itself. It's still overall negative 11.63%. Like I said in my last video, I think Chegg's a really long-term investment you should get. Remote learning is going to be here for a long run. If not in grade school, it's going to be there in universities. It's going to be something that's going to be around for a long time. If not, going to be bought out. I actually have a pretty interesting question. I wonder if this is true or not. Since Zoom is overweight, is M1 Finance not putting shares into Zoom since they kind of have to put shares into other ones to even it out? I guess we'll check out next week. So for Zoom, I have total shares of 2.14252. So if next week I have the same amount of shares, that means that they're not putting shares into the overweight one to kind of even it out. So I guess we'll see what happens next week when we check Zoom if the stock is still the same. My theory is that it does buy everything else just because it's trying to rebalance the pie, which is unfortunate because I really want to buy more Zoom because I think Zoom's going to be kind of also a long-term investment and it's going to do really well in the future as well. So maybe I'll buy some Zoom on my Robinhood account where I have control over individual stocks. Let's go back to the overview page and go over the week here. So yeah, that makes sense. Everything went down besides work from home pie. That's because of Zoom and Chegg. He kind of held it up the fort here for making it plus 137.03. So everything's down a little over 2%. So I can see why work from home pie surpassed dividend hunting pie. Let's go with activity. So today is the 21st. So no new activity, just the morning trades of $200. Let's go over like holdings, unrealized gains. So top three is still Zoom and BlackRock. Emerging markets VWO is second place with 16.12%. VB dropped all the way down to like 8th place at 7.51%. Let's go to bottom three. Bottom three is still Chegg, Microsoft, and SHY. Chegg at 9.3% now. It's not too bad. It's getting there back to zero. I think Chegg's gonna be a really good long-term hold as well. So I might buy that stock on my Robinhood account just so I can have control of it. But I think that's it for this week. Let me know down below what's your favorite long-term investment that you're holding right now. Or if not holding, that's cool too. Maybe something that you forget selling and should have held long-term. Let me know down below. And lastly, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content. And ring the notification bell for all the updates. And I'll see you guys next one. Bye.